Hello. Today we're going to explore a concept called emotional writing, also called as expressive writing, specifically in the context of managing anger. Now, while we speak about it in the context of anger, you might want to use it also in the context of any other emotion that overwhelms you. For example, extreme sadness or depression, as the case may be. Now, emotional writing as a process is a therapeutic process that can be done very safely by yourself in the privacy of your room. What emotional writing states is that if there is a situation, a person, or an incident that disturbs you greatly and therefore makes you extremely agitated, angry, upset, or sad, try and have a process of writing it out so that there is a healthy venting of those emotions without having to bottle it up or suppress it. Right? So the writing process is such, all you do is make sure that you have a safe, quiet space for just about 15 to 20 minutes every day, and you have enough pen and paper, and all you do is think about the situation for a few seconds and just start writing. There's only one rule. Once you start writing, you do not stop for those 15 or 20 designated minutes, which means you simply start writing, let the pen guide you. And remember, this writing is just for you, and therefore it's not about showing it off to anyone. You do not have to have correct language or grammar or punctuation or good handwriting. It's just about writing and let the conscious and the unconscious both flow and not be suppressed. Now, traditionally, the process of expressive writing ought to be done for at least 4 or 5 days in a row. And we sometimes use the time and space anchoring techniques from NLP into this process, which means if, let's say, on the first day you have done this writing process at 3 p.m. in your bedroom at your study or at your writing desk, we try and do this for the next 5 days at the same time, at the same space, because the space and the time tends to anchor that particular emotion, and therefore it's easier to access that emotion and write it out and purge it in the process. Now, my invitation to you in the context of anger management is this. Let's combine expressive writing with the principles of emotional intelligence and use a simple process to structure your writing in a manner that while you deal with your anger, you also deal with it in a healthful way, and in the process perhaps create space for empathy. Now, the process here of combining emotional intelligence with expressive writing is very simple. All you need to do is have a structure in mind as you start writing. The structure is simply this. Step 1 is self-awareness. So, what are my emotions? Right? Answer this question for yourself as you write. So, what are the emotions that I'm feeling at this point? And remember, this needs to be absolutely uncensored writing, which means you allow yourself to express any and every emotion that comes up without judgment. So, it's okay to feel extreme anger, it's okay to feel violent, it's okay to feel judgmental, it's okay to feel guilty. Any emotion is acceptable, and this is absolutely only for yourself, not to be shared with anybody, which means that end of the process you might just decide to burn away the writings, throw it in the trash can, shred it with your own hands and feel the satisfaction of destroying it. Absolutely any mode of destruction is okay. So the first step is self-awareness. So write out what your emotions are. Step 2 is to explore, is there a possibility that I can regulate my emotions? So what are the ways in which I can regulate these emotions? In the process of writing, you might realize I'm not able to regulate these emotions at this point in time, and that's perfectly okay. So just keep writing till the time you arrive at this space where you say, okay, I'm able to find some way of regulation. Regulation would simply mean, is there a healthful way of expressing it? So if I'm feeling extremely angry about somebody and really want to hit somebody, is there a possibility that I might do that with a pillow? Right? Is there a possibility of expressing that emotion in a safe, healthful way? The next step, if I'm able to find any manner of regulation, is then what is the step that would motivate me to actually follow this regulated expression. So is there a way I can go to my room by myself now and hit a pillow? Is there some way that I can, do I really feel like, do I feel motivated to do it right away, or do I want to do it maybe tomorrow, maybe after an hour today? How motivated am I to actually give expression to this particular healthy emotion? There are two optional steps that you can look at writing. The fourth step that if you wish to explore is there a way I want to approach the person who may be involved in bringing up this emotion? Do I really want to explore this? So you might write about it and say, okay, suppose I meet this particular person now. How am I likely to react? What am I likely to say to him? Try and prepare a dialogue in the process of your writing. And the final step is explore again in your writings. Do I wish and am I in a space to offer empathy to this person? In the sense, am I in a space to say, okay, I'm open to have a healthy, calm dialogue with you and explore what is your side of the coin. Why is it that you made me angry? Why is it that you reacted in this particular way in this situation and caused this particular anger or hurt or sadness in me? Now remember, we're combining all this process in the context of emotional writing, which means the first step that you would do is write out this entire process, and only if you feel at the end of it you're ready to act on it, would you actually go out and enact each of these steps, so that the enactment that happens finally is calm, resourceful and healthy for you and the other people involved. Thank you.